I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Play Banished, a city building game that's been on my list for quite a while. It's been requested a number of times. I've actually finally gotten around to playing it again, and this is an updated version. It should be the newest as per this recording. Let's go ahead and jump in. So we'll name this Gazberg. And I'll pretty much keep all the defaults. I'll keep starting on easy. And the reason I'm going to do that, it gives us a very large advantage at the beginning. But I would want to start on hard, just to start from scratch. And I've actually successfully kept a settlement from dying on hard. The trick is actually to use foresters and gatherers for your food. But the problem is that you start out with so few people in comparison to easy mode, and it takes forever once you hit that population cap to basically continue on, because you're waiting for children to be born and then grow up and then become laborers that you can actually use. So in the interests of keeping this Let's Play going and keeping it a little bit shorter, we'll just go with easy and start with a bit of an advantage. But it will basically allow me to start building right away, which I think is a little bit more important. Avoiding a tornado. I don't know that I've seen the tornadoes. Nuts. So we start out with chickens, which are the worst livestock that we could start out with, because we cannot use them as secondary products for clothing. Not a fan of that. So, okay, we are on the river. The lake is completely out of the way, but we are on a good river. That makes that usable for trading early on. If I ever want to get over here, and I don't know why I would, because we actually look like we've got quite a space over here, building a bridge is going to be kind of difficult, especially since there's a ridge along there. It's not going to be very good. So we'll be staying pretty much on this side of the island, and that's okay because I think we'll have quite a lot of building space. I think we should be fine. And I can't really tell because I don't remember the music tracks too much, but it sounds like 2 music tracks are going right now. Anyway, we need to get started here. I'm going to pull up that. And we don't actually want the map first, we want that one. I'll bring that map back up and move it down. Probably not going to look at it too much. Okay, so we need to start out with a few things. We need to start out with... No. This is a great start. With a Forester's Lodge. Because we want to probably start early resources. So which way do I want to expand? This has got the ridge. It might be a little bit harder. There's hills too. Okay, so we'll put this up here. Before we do that, I kind of also want to take a look and see if I can see a herd, which I can. Because obviously I'm going to want to place my hunters pretty close to that same area. Yeah, so the herd is actually over there. So my hunters' lodges will be that way. Well, in that case, maybe I want to put this over here then? We can put it over here. You know, if we expand far enough, we're going to be using multiples anyway. So in the interests of... kind of keeping a plan here, we'll go ahead and just draw a road out here. I will, of course, delete that road because I don't want people spending their time building roads. Oh, man. Building roads before stuff. So we'll put that, like, right there. Yeah, okay. And then, I gotta highlight this so I can see it. Then we're gonna put a gatherer right beside that. So I want to make sure this is kind of lined up here. And put it right there. Now, maybe I should not have put that one there, seeing as how we are kind of putting it... We're wasting a lot of space up along here. Well, whatever. We're not... I mean, we'll be fine. That is, however, a very long way to get to the store yard. I don't know that that is actually going to be good, but... we'll do it anyway. And so we also are going to need hunters, and like I said, I think we'll just go ahead and put the hunter out here. So where is that? If I put a no, I was thinking I could maybe put a little bit of a road cross to that. Shoot, where'd you go? But it would go right up over that hill. Well, anyway, we will come over to here and probably put this right about there. It doesn't matter. We don't need to be too picky about this. We've got plenty of space to build, and frankly, I don't think the city is going to be, the village is going to be that big anyway. Yeah, we're not going to do that just yet. And what else do we need? We will need an herbalist. So I guess I'll put that kind of beside the... Can I put that maybe like along the edge? Yeah, we'll do something like that. Okay. So we got that going. We'll have a hunter over here, probably. I mean, this is not really conducive to fast travel and keeping lots of goods together. I should probably build another barn out here, actually, once this gets all situated. Anyway, we need to remove those roads, otherwise that's going to cause me a little bit of grief, and we will get those going later. Another thing I need to do is, well, I have actually got plenty of storage. Okay, so we need to turn that off for now. No, we want the Forester's Lodge to be built first, so we want the Gatherer's Hut turned off. I'm just going to go ahead and plan this out now, and then we'll just kind of go from there. I do like this central plaza area. I think I'll just go ahead and put down one of these here, just kind of to remind myself. I can always remove these, but that kind of looks like it's centered. I don't know, we'll fix it. And then we're going to want to do the essentials next, which are... Well, I could start a pasture to get those chickens. Nah, let's not waste time on that just yet. So first thing we need is a tailor, because we're going to need clothing for our people. You know, let's kind of start putting like our manufacturing right here, because it's kind of out of town. I want this to be sort of, eventually, like this will be like the market square here, because I'll probably put like the trader. How well does the trader work right now? Trading post. Nope, other way. Okay, so it's going to have to be along that coastline. Well, maybe not. It could actually fit here. Well, whatever. Okay, so back to the task at hand. Tailor. And we'll put that... I guess that'll go right there. Okay, yeah. One other crucial thing that even more important than this actually, was the woodcutter, because otherwise my carefully laid plans are going to eventually lead me to frostbite and dying. So we'll just put it in right there, and that's probably another important one. We might want to get there before we've got that thing built. I guess I'll just kind of put the blacksmith right behind here. Now I'm trying to line it up with future road planning. I'll leave a little bit of a space. I kind of like that, actually. I like that there's some space here just for realism. You really can just put them side by side, but you know, there's windows, and I'm sure people appreciate not just sharing windows with their neighbors. So we'll put in a blacksmith, and here we go. Okay, so first thing we're going to want is... Man, this song right here is so friggin' annoying. Okay, we'll put a bunch of people in there. We're going to put in... Well, okay, let's just have this done first. We'll just probably run the game mostly on 10 speed here. And people are taking stuff out, taking their goods out. And they are running up here to clear. And I suppose if there are enough idle hands, it doesn't really look as though there is. We are dwindling some of our supplies. That's fine. We've got plenty right here, including iron. We need to get that built up. Oh, I didn't turn off the herbalist. Let's turn that off right now, though. Well, its resources are already there. Just get the builders. Whatever. I goofed. And we're just waiting on Waiting on people to go from wherever they are. I don't know wherever they are. Okay, so we need an herbalist, and at least one, and then we need forester. Let's start off with 2. We'll get the gatherer going. Actually, I'd kind of like to turn off the herbalist. And we're going to need... We're going to have 2 gatherers to begin with. I want whoever's working here to kind of pull things in. And, you know, we could probably just go ahead and have this turned on. That's fine. And, I guess, you know, since it's on easy mode, we don't really need to focus. You know, we've got idle hands here is basically what I'm getting at. So we can have somebody. It'll be the builders, though, right? If I start having people build roads, it'll end up being the builders. I think that's how that works. Okay, so we want that to go there, but nonetheless, it will go there. Okay, so that is done. Let's get a woodcutter, because we need firewood. And then we also will have the forester, the hunter rather. Because we got a pretty good... Well, actually, this number of people has actually kind of hurt the clothing a little bit more than I like. So we only need 3 there. Gatherer, forester, herbalist. I'm going to space these out a little bit. Of course, we will want fishery, but really that gatherer... you know, let's go ahead and start up with 3. That gatherer is going to fill us in here after a few seasons. That'll be pretty good. We'll want 1 of you. And now we want to come over here and open that up. And how are they doing on that road? Pretty okay on that road, actually. So we'll go ahead and just help out with reserve of food is low. Yeah, this strategy might not work. Maybe I'll want to make some chickens right now. Or, alternatively, like I said, the fishery. But the returns from that herbalist, or from the gatherer, I mean, really does actually help. I mean, it does get to a point, once you catch up to yourself, where it actually gets you some things. A lot of things. So much that it actually starts filling up your what is that? Starts filling up your space, and then you have no more room in your storage. Okay, and then we are going to need, of course, 2 hunters. So, used up all my people, that's okay. I can turn down a number of them and rearrange them a little bit later. Looks like a child became an adult, because we just gained another worker. That's useful, actually. Has not been assigned. Okay. Well, really, I mean, we could go all 4 on that. We got 3. Why do we have 3? I guess because 1 went into adulthood. Okay, great. So, and what, we're full up on the logs now? I don't know, people are just coming in. Okay, I'm going to pause again, and we're going to do some road running. I spaced that. Well, I did that on purpose, though, right? Yes. Never mind. Okay, so we'll do that. And then where'd the road go? Fuck, what? Cannot be placed in this location. Is there... I think it's because it's a hill. God, that's lame. I hate that. I don't know why they didn't make it so that the terrain was shapeable by this sort of thing. Okay. Just continue on with that until we reach here. I don't even know where that is. Man, there's too much stuff in the way. Stop it. Okay, so it looks like it goes there, and then we will finally connect it up to here. That is very awkwardly spaced, and I'll probably, as I said, want to put a storage barn up in here somewhere. But whatever, it'll be fine. I guess we can get this built. Let's go ahead and put down some roads. I want to stop here for a minute. Put down some road. And yes, it looks like I managed to put that in at the right spot. Okay. And we're going to have to start... yeah, see, now we're way up on our... I'm going to pause for a minute again. We are way up on our food reserves, so that is good. In fact, we can probably take you down, and even take down the gatherer. Now we've got 5 extra people. We'll put them into the builders to make that go faster, and we will... yeah, I think we're doing all right there. How about a hunter? Well, no. Actually, what we can do is get this tailor going, because that's the next important part. Because we've got a little bit of leather now, but we don't have much by way of clothing. So we just have that going. And stone is continuously low. So we'll just go ahead and have some idle hands work on that. We've apparently only need 3 builders, so we have 5 people go out. And I don't know, my food has kind of gone down just a little bit. It's safe, but not so much. Okay, we'll go do fishers then. The variety of food is what's keeping my happiness up, which is good. We've made it to the 2nd year. Congratulations. Here we go. Keep closing that. So we only need 1 there, fine. And I guess now we could probably... Well, I could probably expand the storage area, actually. We could probably... let's go ahead and just finish off. We're gonna need some lumber here in a moment. That is not that one. So we'll just cut it from the backyard. Easy peasy. Again, we're down on stone. So we'll just have to do another big sweep for stone. And this guy cannot find any leather because we've gone through our leather. But we've got enough jerkins now. I think we'll just stop your working. Utilize you elsewhere. We can turn down that. We've got some idle hands. Gatherers, yeah, we're doing okay on the food. Good. So we've got 4 extra people. That means that after we've got our blacksmith, we can... There are a lot of people stuffed in these homes. We could perhaps build another home. Okay, we got that. So now we're also going to need iron because we're dwindling on that. You know what, let's just go ahead and just do all of these. Take all of those resources. And we will hope for the best. Now it looks like our forester's doing the job, just okay. Just fine. What are we low on? Low on iron and low on tools, but tools are being made. Now tools are also going to require logs. Yeah, that's how you make them. Store coal. Right, you have to make a mine for that, I believe. Okay, well, we'll also just go ahead and plunk down a house right here. There we go. Is that is just the one space. Okay. So we'll have that built, and we'll have another family, another child family, because like a 14 and a 15-year-old. 10 and a 15-year-old. Okay, well done. That's so weird, but that's so Banished. That's so Raven. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I can do chickens now, probably get a pasture, because what I really want is to trade for some seeds. What seeds do we have? Don't we start with seeds when we do this? I think we do. I thought we did. I see no seeds here. Well, anyway, we could do trading of the eggs for or even chickens for other livestock, so that we can have more reliable leather output, or even wool, because I believe the wool clothing is better. The warm coat, yes. So we are eventually going to want to have all livestock available. It's really unfortunate that we started with chickens, but... and then, so I guess we'll start the trading then. We've got plenty of people to do the trading, and we can at least get a pasture. So we'll split it 2 and 2, and then we'll just sort of go from there as we build up more people. Food supply is very stable for this population. Pretty happy with that. And we'll just have to keep an eye on those ages, because eventually they're going to get a little bit old. And that's going to be the next fun thing, getting all this. But anyway, I think we're off to a good start, so I'm going to end this one here, and I will see you next time.